Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to warn you in advance that I'm down with the flu, so you might not be able to understand what I'm saying very well. So, for that, I'm really sorry. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about forms in HTML. Now, forms are basically what those submitting forms, login, register forms, like where you have to enter your name, email, gender, age, etc. The form we're going to be making now will not have any functionality because you need a programming language for it, and as I said before, HTML is a markup language, not a programming language. So what we're going to be making will only be the structure of a form. Let's start by making a comment about forms. Control plus / forms. Let's first write the tag form. Then inside it, we're going to be making the label tag. So first, when you first see a form, the first thing is to enter your first name, right? So we're going to be writing first name and column. So this is the heading, the label. You see the label first name, and this is way too close to the label. So for that, let's do a HR tag. HR. Now you have this line. I want to see what happens if you do BR with an HR. So 1 second. I think this looks a lot better. Let's just go with this. And then we're going to be putting the input tag. The type is an attribute, and the type is an attribute. Now what attributes are is that every tag have them, all tags have them, and attributes provide additional extra information about an element. So this element has a type which is text. So now over here we can write everything. We can write text, and text is, I think, possibly the most popular, the most common there is. Okay, I'm gonna add another attribute here, which is the name attribute. It doesn't really make it doesn't really make any difference, but I'm just gonna tell you about it as we're talking about attributes at the moment. In here, what the name attribute does is it tells you where the form that we're going to make is going to submit it. But we're not actually making a web page right now, just the basics of a web page, not an official web page. So I'm just going to be writing first name. Okay. And again, you can write in this message in this box now. Now, I'm pretty sure it's really uncomfortable staring at the bottom of the screen, so I'm going to be doing something that makes it much more easier for you. You don't have to do it And but I think this is a pretty good moment to for you guys to know about what divs are. Divs are basically the meaning divs mean the division or a different section in a HTML document. It basically I'll just write it and you can see for yourselves what it is. So we're going to be putting a cell. We're going to be putting a comment here. Control/div. And let's just oopsie. The div tag. Put the div tag. And inside it, let's just add some attributes too. Well, one attribute, sorry, which is the style attribute. And let's put margin top column, let's say 500 pixels. Margin top 500 pixels. This basically gives us padding and gives us extra space so that I can put this everything now, all of this in the middle instead of you having to crane your neck to look down. Okay, let's go back to the forms. Let's copy paste this. Control C, Control V, because usually what comes after the first name is the last name, right? So I'm going to be putting last name. Last name. Now I think this is a good time for you to learn what uppercase is. Uppercase is basically mostly used in coding, and it is that the first words first letter is last, and the second word's letter is in capitals. This is just called uppercase, and it's much easier than putting a dash and all that. Now, as these two are very close, let's put a BR tag between these two. And now you have some space. Okay. Next, we're going to be doing the age form. So let's first put a BR tag here. Then we can Control V as it is already copied. Let's name this age. And instead of text, there's an attribute. You can put and instead of text, let's put number, and in the name, let's put age. Now here you can select which number you want. We also have the value, like if you want above that value, like for example, if I put the age, let's put the attribute value. If I put the attribute, if I put the value, let's say 18, or if I put the value 13, then it will have a set value. But we're not going to be using that right now because we want all ages, even even lower than 0 numbers. Anyways, let's go towards the birthday form. The BR tag again and Control V. The label should be birthday. The type over here will be date. And the name is obviously birthday. And now you can select what date you have and all that. Your birthday, basically. Let's put the line break again. Oops. And now we're going to be using the select tag for the gender. So the label will be gender. And instead of input, it's going to be and instead of input tag, it's going to be the select tag. The name is gender. And for the ID, let's just this doesn't really make it any difference. Let's just not think about it for a second. I will probably explain in the videos to come, but for now let's just forget it. Just move it from our minds. Then I'm going to be putting the option. The select tag always has the option tag, so we're going to be doing that. Option. Option tag. The value will be male. Let's start with that. Then between the option ending and starting and ending tag, we will put male. Then let's copy this and paste it like 2 more times. So this is male, female, and let's put this as other. So now you have other, female, and let's also put an option for oops, 1 second. Let's put an option for Control C. Rather, no. rather not say. And you can put like female, other, male, female, do not say. If you don't want, if your clients, people who come to your webpage, do not want to tell you what gender they have, you should always give people that kind of liberty. Now let's go on the email side. Let's copy this again. Control C, Control V, birthday, email, date would be change it to email, and let's change the birthday into email. And I forgot to put the line break. VR. So now this is your email. What the email does is that if you don't have a valid email address, it will tell you and it will give you an error. Then let's put another. Next, we're going to be doing the message form, which is basically used when you want a feedback. For example, a feedback form. Let's just Control V this. And for the birthday, instead of birthday, let's write feedback. Now, let's change this to text because I want you to know something. In the text, when you usually write a feedback, you'd want more space, right? And with text, you won't be able to see your entire message. So for that, there's this tag. There's this tag or element, which is the text area. Tag or element. So if I do this text area, this is it. We don't need these, so we can just delete that. Name is message or feedback, but as I said before, it doesn't really matter. So let's just do feedback. Because you want the label and the name to be same. But it doesn't really matter, you can also put message in here. It doesn't matter that much. Now with the text area, you have these controls in which you can make everything bigger or make the text box smaller. It's your choice really. So if I write this, if I write all of this here, it will just go on like in one direction, in one line, and you will not be able to see you will not be able to see your entire text. But with this, you can with these controls. So it's really much easier when you want your feedback. I think that's it. I think that's all you need to know about farms right now. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.